All right, go ahead and make your way to your mats. Finding a nice, comfortable seated position. And from there, just allowing your eyes to close, your body to soften, beginning to connect with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And taking a breath here. Now we're going to begin to build a little bit of heat. So we're going to take Kapalabhati, or the fire breath. And for this one, you're going to think of your diaphragm like a sponge. We're going to be inhaling and exhaling very fast. So on the exhale, you're going to push the air out through your nose. And for the inhale, it's just going to be allowing the air to kind of come back in. You're not going to breathe in. Everything's going to be, all your energy is going to go to the out breath. So we're going to start by taking a deep breath in. And again. And exhale. And a deep inhale. I'm going to take another round here. Maybe bring a hand to your belly. I'm going to do that one more time. Quick exhales through the nose. The inhale is just allowing your lungs to fill back up on their own. So let's take one deep breath in. Again. And exhale. A deep inhale. Beginning to feel the heat build in your body these cooling mornings. Go ahead and lace your fingers together, pressing the palms forward and raising them up towards the sky. From here, as you're pressing your palms towards the ceiling, go ahead and draw your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Squeeze those elbows in towards each other. And gently releasing. Switching the cross of the fingers. Pressing the palms forward. Inhaling up. Exhale, dropping the shoulder blades down. Inhale, squeezing the elbows together. Continuing to press those palms up towards the sky. And gently releasing. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs. And on an inhale, raising the arms up, finding length in that side body. Exhale, folding forward. You might press into your fingertips just to encourage those hips to remain on the ground. At the same time, drawing the crown forward. And then beginning to release the head and neck into a forward fold. beginning to walk the hands over towards the right. And here you might just crawl those left fingers a little bit more forward. And on your exhale, you can release the head and neck again. On your next inhale, beginning to walk through center, over to the left knee. Just walking those right fingertips a little bit further forward. Before you exhale back into that forward fold, releasing the head and neck. On the next inhale, walking through center and pressing up. I'm going to do a little bit of hip opening here. So go ahead and just remove a little bit of the flesh from behind your sit bones, finding a nice grounded seat. Excuse me. And go ahead and bring that front shin a little bit further forward as if you're making a figure four. So that whole shin should be parallel to the front of your mat. Then you're going to bring the other one up onto that shin and work towards bringing the legs perfectly stacked on one another. And this is going to be a pretty deep hip opening, so you'll kind of just work into it slowly. You might have a gap between your foot and thigh. If you have a block, you can't place it there. Once you kind of found that comfortable position there, you can inhale the arms up and exhale, placing them on the ground in front of you. Just take a couple deep breaths into the hips here. Maybe slowing the breath down. It's a place that we hold on to a lot of tightness. Just see if we can find a little bit more space in the hips today. On your next inhale, coming up and removing the block if you've got a block. Releasing the legs, and we're gonna head towards the other side. So bringing that shin parallel to the front of the mat. Bringing the opposite foot on top. Probably find one side is tighter than the other. You place your block here, or a towel, or anything just to give you a little support behind the knee. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, folding forward. And just really breathing into any tension and tightness here. Imagining a little more space being created. Release in the back of the hips. And on your next inhale, pressing up, removing the block. And then crossing the feet, and go ahead and make your way to your belly. And then from your belly, you can go ahead and draw your hands down along your sides. You might rest your head for the moment, bringing your thighs to the mat, pressing in through the top of your feet. And here, we're going to draw the palms in facing each other, lifting the feet up, lifting the chest up, and reaching back. We're going to take a few breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Continuing to draw those palms in towards each other. Pressing the fingertips back towards the back of the room. Continuing to squeeze those thighs together, pressing those toes out back, lifting the chest, pressing the heart forward. And release. Do that 2 more times. We'll hold it for about 3 breaths each. So on your next inhale, coming up. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale up. On your next exhale, releasing, bringing the palms beneath your shoulders. And from here, you're going to begin to press up, hips back. And we're just going to take a breath in child's pose. On your next inhale, coming forward onto your hands and knees. Go ahead and stack your joints, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And once you found this nice neutral spine, on an inhale, you're going to draw your crown and tailbone up. And exhale, pressing back through the palms and knees, pushing the shoulders up towards the sky. Tucking that tailbone. Inhaling forward. And exhaling back. Go ahead and enjoy this just a couple more times at the pace of your own breath. Making your way to neutral spine. On an inhale, you're going to draw that right arm up and out to the side. And on an exhale, you're going to thread it under the armpit and rest that shoulder on the mat, side ahead on the mat. You want to go a little deeper into the shoulder stretch, you might begin to crawl that front arm forward. And then bringing that front arm back right in front of the face. Going to press into that, lift up, coming back to all fours. And I think I said the hands right. If I didn't, go ahead and just do the opposite one, but inhaling left arm up. Exhale, threading through. And then maybe for deep breaths, you crawl that front arm forward. And crawling that front arm back in front of the face. Pressing up, releasing the shoulder. Coming back onto all fours. Tuck those toes under and coming to our first down dog of the day. I like to take a moment in the first one and maybe pedal out our legs. As the temperature cools, our bodies stiffen up a little bit. It might take a little bit more to get going in the morning. Once you feel a little bit opening, go ahead and just press both heels down. Pull down dog. Bringing that left foot towards the center of the mat. Inhaling that right heel up. Three-legged dog. And gazing forward, we're going to draw that knee into our chest. Inhale, back, three-legged dog. Exhale, crunch. Inhaling back, three-legged dog. Exhale, crunch. Inhaling back, three-legged dog. Exhale, crunch. One more time, inhaling back. And exhale, releasing that right foot to the mat. Right in the center, go ahead and lift that left heel up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhaling up. Exhale, knee to chest. Just a couple more to go. Keep it strong. Inhaling up. Exhale, knee to chest. And one more time. Inhaling up. Exhale, knee to chest. And on that next inhale, getting that final stretch. Exhale, releasing the foot, big toes together, knees apart. Hips back, child's pose. On your next inhale, coming forward onto your hands and knees. Tucking your toes, pressing the hips back, down dog. We're just going to do a few vinyasas. Inhale, bending the knees. Exhale, step or float your feet to your hands. Releasing down into a forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, placing hands, step or hop to high plank. Inhaling at the top of the plank. And exhale, bending the elbows, hugging them in, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. And exhaling back into down dog. Inhaling that right leg up. And exhale, stepping it through. Go ahead and shinny that foot forward. We'll want to take a nice wide runner's lunge. And on an inhale, we'll windmill all the way up. Switching that back heel down to the mat, warrior two. Just gazing over that knee, That is lined up with the ankle. Go ahead and take your elbow down to that right knee, drawing your arm up over your ear. We're just going to play into this twist. Maybe you stay here for a few more breaths. Maybe you drop that hand to the mat in front of the foot. If you're feeling really open, maybe you take and wrap that left hand behind the hip. Maybe you gaze up towards the sky. If you're wrapped, go ahead and release the wrap. And on your next inhale, coming all the way back up into warrior 2. Exhale, frame the foot. Just move that back heel up and stepping back into down dog. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale, stepping through, low runner's lunge. And placing that back heel, inhale, windmill up into warrior 2. Here, feel a nice opening across the hips here. So drawing that front leg back towards the back of the mat. And then placing the elbow on that thigh. Drawing the arm up alongside the ear. Might just stay here in extended side angle. Maybe you drop that hand to the mat. Maybe you take a wrap. You wrap, gently releasing the wrap. On your next inhale, coming back up, warrior 2. Exhale, framing the foot, bringing that heel up. And then gently releasing, pressing back into down dog. And taking a couple breaths here. Rolling those armpits in towards your ears. Shoulder blades spread across the back. Maybe you bend deeply into your knees, pressing that tailbone up and back. Inhale, gazing forward. And exhale, floating or stepping your feet to your hands. I'm going to take just a couple breaths here in this forward fold, bending deeply into the knees, allowing the belly to rest on the thighs. You might just gently, with a few breaths, press and release into the heels here. So intensifying and then releasing the stretch. On your next inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we're just going to run this vinyasa to the ground. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, placing your hands, stepping back into high plank. Inhaling at the top of the plank. And exhaling, tucking those elbows in and chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. And exhale, tucking the toes back to down dog. And from here, you're just gonna walk forward and come to seated. Go ahead and make your way all the way onto your back. We're gonna do just a couple abs before Shavasana. So go ahead and make a triangle with your pointer finger and thumbs. And you're gonna place that triangle palms down right under your sacrum. And extending the feet out long. You're going to inhale, drawing the legs just about 6 inches off the ground. And then inhale, bringing them all the way up. Pressing the balls of the feet towards the ceiling. We're going to just do a few leg flex. So go ahead and begin to release the legs towards the mat, just as far as you can before you feel like your lower spine is starting to peel up off the mat. And then inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Just a couple more to go. Exhale down. Inhaling up. One more time. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Drawing the knees into the chest, releasing the hands. Giving your knees a quick hug. Go ahead and release your feet back to the mat. And we're going to come up to seated. So go ahead and drawing some of that flesh out from behind your sit bones. We're going to come into boats. So go ahead and start with your hands along your sides. And then you might bring your feet up with your knees bent. Pressing that chest forward. Tightening the core. So drawing everything in through your midline. If you want to make it a little more difficult, you might bring the arms up. And you might begin to straighten the legs. And drawing the knees back in, gently releasing your toes to the mat. And I've got one more for you, so go ahead, release back to the mat. I'm going to bring both hands gently behind the base of the skull. And we're going to bring the legs up at about a 45-degree angle. And on an inhale, you're going to bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Exhale, release, and then switching hands, left hand to the outside of the right foot. Inhale up, exhale, release. Switching, inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale, release. One more time each side. Inhale up and hold. 2, 3. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale, releasing your head all the way to the mat, releasing the toes to the mat, soles of the feet. And just reconnecting with your breath here. Taking a long inhale in. And exhale out through the mouth. Go ahead and cross that right foot over the left knee. And drop both knees over to the left. Spinal twist. You might gaze the direction that you dropped your knees. You might gaze out over that back shoulder to deepen the twist. next inhale, bringing your knees up to center and switching the cross, dropping them over to the right. Maybe gazing out over your left shoulder. Maybe you take your right hand and put it on top of your left knee and just encourage a little deeper stretch. Should feel really good with low back and the hips. On your next inhale, coming up through center. And the soles of the feet to the mat. Go ahead and draw your knees up. And you can either grab the outside edge of your feet or take your pointer and middle finger, wrap around the big toes. You're going to come into happy baby, drawing the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and the knees kind of down towards your armpits. From here, see if you can really feel a spreading and a flattening across the entirety of your hips and back. So drawing that tailbone down towards the mat. You want to feel as much of your spine against the mat as you can. Drawing the shoulders down. Maybe rock a little bit back and forth. From here, you're going to begin to release all the way down into Shavasana. As you begin to find yourself here, just bringing yourself into the present moment. One of the easiest ways to remain present is to turn your attention towards your breath. For the next couple minutes, just take this opportunity to be here now. Presence that you can carry with you throughout the rest of your day, each moment as it arrives. Just observing your breath in its natural rhythm, releasing any control. Beginning to move your thumb over the tips of your fingers back and forth, bringing some sensation back into the body. Go ahead and take any final stretch here that feels good to your body. As you begin to feel awakened, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Make your way onto your side for fetal position. You still have your eyes closed. yourself up. Nice and slow, allowing the head to come up last. Bringing yourself back in a comfortable seated position. As we come together to close this class, just bringing back into mind our breath work in the beginning of class, higher breath. Just reflecting on the ways that we can bring a little bit more warmth into our lives as we begin to change seasons towards the cooler season. Bring your palms together, base of the thumbs into the sternum. You can close the class out with one Om. Exhaling. And inhaling. Namaste.